Hey guys, Jordan back with another video for you, and today we're looking at the Camlink video tripod. The code for this is TPVIDEO1. This is a professional video tripod with a more affordable approach to what we generally see with tripods, as is £100+ for a tripod legs alone, and then the same for the head. You know, sometimes you can get ridiculous priced tripods. This one aims to give you a very premium product at a more affordable price, which is kind of more within our reach. So as you can see from just looking at it to begin with, it's a very big tripod. You definitely need to have some gains about you to carry this about. It's 4.92 kilograms, but it does come with a carry bag, which is one great feature. You don't usually see this, and you usually have to buy it as an add-on with other tripods, but to have it included I think is a real nice bonus. You also get an extra quick release plate in there as well, which is just brilliant. Now there's multiple options with this tripod head. The first thing we're going to look at is the plate itself. You've got a spare one, as I mentioned, in the box, and one thing I really do like about this is the screw that goes into your camera. So once you've actually taken it off, you'll notice that to actually remove the screw that holds into the base of your camera, you have to move a small rubber grommet. Now this is a great pro because my other monopod actually has a similar setup, but that little screw I actually lost on the way to an event because it wasn't tightened down properly while I was carrying the monopod around, and it actually dropped out at a train station. Luckily I managed to find it, because that's, you know, the main component to actually screwing it into your monopod, and I would have been lost without one for a few days. So to have that feature to stop you losing that pin is absolutely fantastic, and you know, other companies really do need to take notice of that. Now putting this back in, you need to bear in mind you need to position it correctly so you can tighten it down without getting the base of your camera in the way. This can be a little bit fiddly, and sometimes it took a few attempts to get it in the right position, but that's something you do need to bear in mind, to position it correctly before you even put the base plate in, just to save you a bit of hassle. Luckily you can pull that out and adjust it though as you go, so you can kind of do a spanner configuration, taking it off and on just to tighten it up. Now there are arms on this. You do get two, which is one thing you may notice is a bit different to other tripods, and you can adjust these in different ways to kind of put them how you'd like to use them yourself. And when you loosen them off, they won't fall out either, which is a nice little addition, and you can also remove them if you wish. So if you want to go for a one-handled operation, you can easily do so. Now the head on this isn't an actual fluid head, but I found it to have the very similar properties to the fluid head, and in a minute I'm going to show you a few shots to just see what you could expect. But it's a really nice big arm to adjust. You know, you can easily do it on the fly, and then having the two handles really does make some smooth action shots. Considering it's not fluid head, it still does a very good job, up to the standards I would say of a fluid head. Now the horizontal pan is adjusted by a simple screw, and then you get the similar properties that you do for your up and down. You can either adjust it to go very stiff or nice and smooth. You know, you can adjust that as you wish. So these are a few unedited shots when I use this tripod for the entirety of the review. Usually I may put a stabilizer on them just to make them extra smooth, but this is what you could expect without any kind of post-production. It does a very good job. It's kind of to the standards that I'd expect for an actual fluid head, such as the Manfrotto 128RC, which I've had for about a year now, that I use every day, and it does a really good job, and it's really comparable to that for a kind of fraction of the price. So going down to where the actual tripod head attaches to the body, there's a small section which you can screw, which will allow full motion of the entire head on the top. This is really great for setting up the tripod on uneven surfaces, which I found to be really good kind of going about in my office, moving things about, and then use the bubble on the top to get it really nice and lined up without having to reset legs. Now between the three legs you do have a cross support which easily folds out to add some extra stability. Great if you've got a camera that's really heavy and you want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Now in the case of legs, it's a really easy adjustment, just a simple hand screw, and you can only screw it to a certain extent as well, so you're not going to over tighten on the legs. You've got the same kind of hand screw on the bottom legs as well. Then looking at the tripod as a whole, you get a maximum height of 138.5 centimeters, and for me, I'm 6 foot. You know, this is a great size, so considering I am a really tall guy, this is a perfect height, and I really had no quibbles about it needing to go any higher. So overall it's built very well. I've used it for quite a few reviews, as I've mentioned, and it's stood up to every kind of aspect that I've wanted it to. Going from my old tripod, which was a Sherpa 600R I believe, it's a great improvement. Having the extra weight gives nice stability, and then the small touches as well, such as the carry bag, I think is a really great addition. You definitely need to include that. For something as heavy as this, to have that included is a really nice bonus. Then the spirit level for the actual head itself is great, and the adjustment underneath to control the whole of it has been really good. Kind of putting the tripod on wires makes it a lot easier to kind of set it up and adjust things quickly. And in those cases where time is of the essence, it's really nice to easily adjust the whole of the head rather than having to go in and adjust an individual leg, which can be quite annoying. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you want to get yourself one of these, I will put the link down in the description box below. If you haven't already, then please consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and I always appreciate all your support. A big thank you for Needis for sending this out for me to review. But as for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.